Can we talk about this? Former TV exec turned screenwriter and script consultant. If you guys remember, Quinta Brunson and ABC were sued for copyright infringement of Abbott Elementary. Quinta has told us before that she was motivated to write Abbott Elementary because her mother is a teacher. However, another writer claims to have sent a script to ABC that was strikingly similar only 1 year before Abbott Elementary aired. But the likeness was not close enough, and therefore Quinta and ABC won that lawsuit. Now, the only way that you can protect your work is to copyright it. But don't worry, I'm going to show you how, because I feel like you missed this the last time I posted it. You're going to go to copyright.gov. This is the U.S. Copyright Office. This website works best on Firefox. So if you don't have Firefox, download it and use it as your browser while you're on this website, okay? So copyright.gov. When you get there, you're going to go to register. When you get there, you're going to have to create an account. It says log in. Obviously, if you've never been there, you need to create an account. Also note that it's going to try to change your password every few months. So make sure you're paying attention when you get that email. And if not, then you'll just change it the next time you try to go onto the website. When you go onto the website, after you've created an account, it's going to ask you what kind of work. If it is a screenplay, it is a work of the performing arts, not a literary work. It's a work of the performing arts, not a literary work. Okay? Once you click that, it's then going to ask you about ownership. It's going to ask you for some addresses and phone numbers. And then eventually it will take you to a place where you can pay. You will pay first. Do not be alarmed. You will pay first. The fee is maybe $65. It may have increased, but it's around $65. It's definitely less than $100. Okay. You will pay, and then it will take you to a place to upload your screenplay. Once you've done that, push submit. In a few weeks, maybe a month, the government gets backed up, you will receive paperwork stating your copyright is good to go with your copyright number. Okay, here are some tips. When should you copyright the script? Copyright the script when you have a first draft. You can look on there to see if you can copyright treatments and outlines and things like that, right? Look, read through it. Make sure the answer is yes before you do so, right? But when you're in screenplay form, after you have a good draft and you know that the premise of this thing is not going to change, right? Because you're going to always be revising and rewriting and revising and rewriting. So your script in itself is going to change. But as long as the premise doesn't change, as in you first wrote a script about birds flying south for the winter, now it's a script about pigs that lay around in mud. Those are two different stories. Then you would need to do another copyright, right? But if it's just different drafts of the same story, you do not have to copyright each draft, okay? Before you send your screenplay out for anyone to read, get a copyright. This is the thing that protects you. Once your screenplay has a copyright, you do not need to put the copyright number on your title page. That is an old thing that we used to do back in the day. You do not need to do that anymore. It also kind of signals to people that you're a newbie and don't really know what's going on in the business. But that copyright information is for you. It's not for anybody else. So they don't need the number. They don't need to look it up. They don't need to make sure that it has a copyright. It's for you. It protects you. You're the only person who needs to have the number. So you don't have to put it on your title page anymore. Okay, so it's a very simple process. Copyright.gov. Make sure you're on Firefox. Create an account. Choose work of the performing arts. If it's a screenplay, fill out the information, pay, upload, boom, you're in. Now you're ready to send it out for other people to read. If you're ready to write your screenplay, first thing you need to do is figure out how this industry works. You can do that by following me, liking, sharing, commenting. 2, when you're ready to start pitching your script, the next thing you want to do is make sure you get some professional feedback. You can do that by clicking the links in my bio. And last but not least, copyright your script. Happy writing.
The professional pen. The